Okay, I haven't done a video in a while, and I figured I was going to touch this topic because I want to touch this topic because this is something that has been directly in my life, in my face, and I've been through and I've lived through. And so, with that being said, first off, I'm going to say this: this video is fair use. It's for educational purposes only. This is a fair use video. This is not a copyright violation. I am going to play a short part of this video and a short part of another video, but not very much of either one. And I've got some things to say. Okay, but first off, let's listen to this guy a second.
I'm the author of Malignant Self-Love, Narcissism Revisited. A sizable minority of narcissists are women. I keep using the male third person because most narcissists, about 3/4, are males.
Okay, that's a very wrong statement. Okay, that is very wrong. There's no truth in that. Okay, no truth in that whatsoever. That statement right there, that 3/4 of all narcissists are males. Hardly any women are narcissists. Okay? There can't be hardly any women that are narcissists. It's like saying there's no such thing as a female pedophile, which is complete hogwash, a complete lie. And unfortunately, that he's made this statement for himself because this discredits his book. I'm sure the guy's wrote his book, the author, and I'm sure he's probably selling it. Okay? And so therefore he's willing to dip into the double standards in society when it comes to the female and the male. And he's going to play into the double standards and feed you a lie right there for sales for his book. Because if he wasn't to play into the double standards and he was to be honest with you and tell you the truth, he's afraid he might lose some sales. So this is more about money to this man than it is helping people. I have to say that again. We'll play just one more time.
I keep using the male third person because most narcissists, about 3/4, are males.
Which is a lie, like I said. He's going to say, well, yeah, but the politicians in the Pentagon and blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry. That may be true. But if we look at bankers and governments, okay, in positions that are narcissists that we can go with, most of them are male, but not all of them. And that majority, I would say yes. But in population of society, hell no. People of this world far outnumber the amount of people in control. Okay, so, like I said, my opinion is this guy has done this for the double standard that we all know about. Because he's afraid he might lose sales, okay? Sad. You're not willing to tell the truth, all for money in your pocket. Now we're going to go over here and listen to this a minute. Not very much.
According to Sarah, Mills was controlling Eddie from the beginning.
It was okay for her to go out with her friends and have a laugh, have a drink, do whatever girlies do. That was okay. It was like a rule for one, but not for the other. It's the only way I can explain it.
Eddie is a vulnerable young man. He's 18 years of age. He doesn't have any worldly wisdom yet, and he's falling in love with somebody who's a lot more manipulative and experienced than he is.
Eddie's friends take an instant dislike to Mills, who, according to them, exhibits odd behaviour.
First impression, she was just strange, and the things that she said, she'd say not outrageous, but inappropriate things. She's such a gobshite.
She would tend to brag about the people that she slept with, sort of thing, which I find a bit strange.
Stuff to do with drug use. Well, I don't really want to know. I don't care. You don't need to tell me. I don't need to know.
Just wanted to be the centre of attention.
She's such a handful, and I used to feel so sorry for Eddie.
Dr. Kerry Nixon believes Mills's behaviour is typical of people with personality disorders.
There you go. I'm not playing no more. People with personality disorders. Now, the reason I showed you this female in this particular scene, that we're not going to watch this, I'll leave the links for it. If you want to watch this entire episode from Dateline, you go right ahead and do that. Okay? I would go ahead and encourage you to watch this, okay? But I'll leave the links. Like I said, this is not for copyright. This is about my personal experience in my own life. What they talked about right here, it was okay for her, but not for him. Okay? That scenario. Where the woman wants to run out and have her fun, be with all the guys she wants and her friends. But if the guy she's supposedly with was to go out with his friends for a night, that's not allowed. It's a double standard here. And I have seen that in my own life with my own eyes. I lived it in my own life with my ex-wife. And I live it currently with the person that I'm living with. That's right. And that's why, even though she wants more, it'll never be more. Can't be more. See, and I also know a friend I watched live the same thing, and he was a male. It was the female doing it to him. Now, it isn't that there isn't men aren't narcissists and men doing this and blah, 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 because there is, okay? So that's not the point. The point is this so-called expert right here just fed you a bold-faced lie. I don't care how he twists it, how he manipulates it, how he tries to push it. I don't care what he says. It's a bold-faced lie. 3/4 of the male population are narcissists, not only 1/4 of the women. No, that's not so. That's not even so. And considering women, because of gender roles and dating scene roles and blah, 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 are put in the spot they are, they're more liable to become narcissists. Because isn't one of the main traits of narcissism being all about yourself? That's right, being all about yourself, not caring about other people. It's all about your own wants, all about your own wants. Women are the ones that have all the say-so in the dating scene. That's no lie. That's fact. Women don't do the approaching or the impressing. They expect to be approached, and then you, the guy, must not only do the approaching, you have to do the impressing, and you have to fit their high expectations list. Women, through social conditioning machine, are more acceptable to becoming narcissists. Not that men aren't. Men are. Believe me, they are. They get into positions in life and politics, and bam. They get into high positions in any kind of company, and bam. See, so we're all acceptable, but the problem is this guy is skewing the numbers for double standards to make sales, in my opinion. And I'm going to leave it in my opinion because of the fact that I've lived it. No lie. Because of the fact that I have lived it. And I've witnessed in my life so many times it's not funny. So, if you was to ask me, an educated, honest guess, what his figures are is complete hogwash. That's lie. That's double standards to make sales for a buck. That's all that's about. He's playing into the double standards, that our society has when it comes to men and women. And don't even go there, you freaking vaginas, and say it's blah, blah, there is no double standards, because you already know you're talking out your anal. You're not talking out your mouth with your brain. So anyhow, with that being said, which is, and I don't like to word things that way, but it's the truth. I've lived it. I've witnessed it. My ex-wife that I was with for a long time, and even the girl that I'm currently living with. Okay? Not counting my ex-wife's best friend. Okay? And I didn't even bring her up yet. Like I said, I've seen it too much. Way too much. And like I said, through social conditioning, machine, and gender roles, bold-faced lie. He's playing into the double standards for sales. And so, yeah, I'm going to say something about it because you're not being honest. That statement alone discredits your book. Hate to say it. I don't know why you wasted your time writing the book. You want to play into the double standards for sales for your book? You don't deserve the sales. When you stop with the double standards in today's society, see, you never get enough, do you? You never get enough. Even you so-called wannabe professionals fall right into that division, don't you? You run right for that division. And you keep the division alive and well and healthy. And that will be responsible for the deaths of millions. That division, that's right, because you won't stand up for yourselves. Isn't that right? You won't be able to stand together and stand up as one because you're all too divided. We already know that, right? Right? Okay. And this just further more damage to, well, there you go. It's more damage, isn't it? That's right. It's more division. And all for a buck. Isn't that right, guy? Yeah. This guy knows that's right. All for a buck. All for that mighty dollar, isn't it? That's right. You know, and currency is only what man accepts to be currency. It's just disgusting, okay? It's just disgusting when I see this type of behavior. But I see it all around me all the time. But the real truth is, if I was to give an estimated number, it would probably be like 60 to 70% of the women would be narcissists. And if I really want to be fair without doing any education or work at all, I'll say 50-50. Just to be fair, straight across the board. With everybody, men and women alike. But the real point is he lied to you. 3/4 of the male population is because he's playing into the double standards, because he wants to be able to sell his book. So therefore, he wants that money from the sales of the book. And he's afraid if he tells you the truth, not as many people buy it. So he's got to play into the double standards so that all you sheep that are divided, that's right, won't catch on to it because you're all divided. But it is that division that's going to ultimately lead to the end of society as you know it. And lots and lots and lots of people dying. It's also that division that leads to the divorces, the murders. You know, it happened again. You know, because in today's society, what is love? Let's see, love is money. That's right. Love is power. Love is sex. Love is drama. Oh, yes, sirree. Most couples think drama is love. That's right. Just ask the bad boys. You know, the ones that the females chase. Just ask them. Isn't the bad boys' relationship normally filled full of drama? You're damn right it is. Because she's there to change him. She's not there for the right reasons because she don't know what the fuck she's doing, excuse my language. And he's there just for the image. It's complete usury. But they call that love, right? Sounds like more like usury and lust to me. But just the same, I wanted to point this out because there's nothing more that annoys me and pisses me off is when I see people who are trying to be professional on a topic that is serious and real and really happening. And they have to purposely lie and skew the numbers for double standards because that's exactly what's going on. This guy's book that he's talking about right here, as far as I'm concerned, is now garbage. Because you're willing to play into the double standards, so it don't matter what you say now. Go listen to somebody else that knows a lot about narcissism that don't play into double standards. Don't take your information from this guy. Even if he knows what he's talking about a lot of what he's saying, it don't matter. He's willing to lie to you to get you to buy his book. Because that's all that's about. But that's why I did this video, because I wanted to point this out and point out the fact that I know. I've seen it with my own eyes. And I'll bet you I can speak thousands of men. If you got any gonads, are going to step forward and say, yeah, you've met many women like that. And what he's saying isn't true. Not at all. That's about what I had to say.